Good morning, Charlotte. Charlotte, did all of your paper come? And is it what you were hoping? I hope. Oh, good. All of your paper came. Well, I'm so glad to hear all of that. Let's see. Let's probably. I'm so glad you're here. Well, oh, you're drawing right now, actually. That's fantastic. Good, good, good. I am glad to hear that. I'm really glad to hear that. We're about 2 minutes away. So let's see. Something that plays for about 2 minutes. Could be this. Could be some of this here. Good morning, second person who is joining us. Boom, bloom, 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 bloom. How about this? This could be brought right over here and could be, boom. How about this? Yeah, that's nice. Good morning, everyone. Dum, dum, ba-da-da-dum. Zoo, diddle-a-doo, diddle-a-doo, diddle-a-doo. It's raining here where I am this morning. Zoom, ba, ba, boom, ba, ba, ba. We're waiting for the show to start. The show will start in about a minute. Good morning, Eve Cunning. Good morning. Good morning, Christy. Boom, bum, 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 bum. Zoom, bum, bum, boom, bum, bum, boom, bum, bum. Boom, bum, 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 boom, bum, 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 bum. Good morning, Carrie Wright. Bum, 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 bum. All right, that's probably close enough. Let's get this party started, shall we? Some of this. Boom and pow, and this, and then over here, and boom. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Paint My Monster with me, your host, Easel Monster. Well, boys and girls, I stayed up, and before I had to leave at 5 o'clock yesterday afternoon, I got the art finished on this piece here. I'm calling it BLACKTAIL Super Secret Spy Mouse. Let's have a look at it. I saved signing it for today, so here's the big shot. Here we go. There is this, and let's see. Boys and girls, I made this for us today. Hang on. Some days may look like danger for Blacktail the mouse. Every day has some danger. Oh, some days, some days may look like danger for Blacktail the mouse. Every day has some danger. Danger, danger, oh, Blacktail. He's a mouse with some danger in his bones. He's an international spy. He's a mouse, not a man. He's an international man about the town. He's super secret spy, Blacktail the mouse. Bang, bang, bang! I said, tonight's Blacktail episode, Goldfangle.
Who's making that music? Not sure I care to find out one of them.
Welcome to Paint by Monster, boys and girls. Yeah. Well, this was so much fun. This will be on the website this afternoon, paintbymonster.com. This will be for sale. And this is going to make one heck of a great fridge magnet. Here's another thing. Up here. This cat's toy. That's where I glued one of my hairs up there. So that's part of it's glued on there. That's one of the dangly things. So anyway, I saved the signing of it. You know what, boys and girls? Let's get on up into orbit. And I'll sign it when we're in orbit because, you know, I made most of it up there, so that seems only right to me. MacVac, could you please run the opening sequence, MacVac, would you please? All right, let's go through our pre-launch checklist, boys and girls. Mr. Penny, please take your station. Thank you. All right, MacVac, nice and slow, please. Release the docking clamps and fire main thrusters. And music on my mark in 3, 2, 1. Thank you, MacVac. Listen, today, would you set us up? I want the music of the Brownfields today. And I want a special shout out thank you to Mark Brownfield for sending me the link. Boys and girls, let's get ready to make some art, shall we? Yeah, all right. MacVac, turn that down a little bit, would you? He's slow, but he gets there eventually. Yeah, all right. Boys and girls, we have reached altitude. I'm going to sign this piece. And like I said, this will be on the website this afternoon. I had so much fun doing this, man. That was so much fun. I just love this. In fact, I've had some other ideas maybe of drawing Blacktail the mouse and a couple of other things maybe. Maybe we'll return to this some other time. But for now, let's get in here and let me sign this. All right? Pretty proud of this one. That's pretty nice. I'm so glad you were with me, all of you, through the whole process of this piece. You know. So, just like this. Right down here. This is the perfect little spot to sign this. And then, today, boys and girls, we're going to talk about line weight for a little bit. I'm going to draw a crying robot today because, I don't know, that seems funny to me. I'm doing this with a brush, so I got to be kind of careful here. I don't want to hurt anything. E. All right, there we go. There it is. All right. It's a little clumsy down there, but that's all right. This is the number 3 inking brush, and that's all right. This thing's got enough juice and enough going on to sort of hang with that kind of giant signature down there at the bottom, boys and girls. Anyway, big shot. And then we're done with this. Yeah. Oh, maybe I should show you that Goldfangle close up. You want to see a close-up shot of Goldfangle here. Good morning, Mike Darnall, who is watching. Nice to have you with me. This is the, here's our villain, Goldfangle. It seemed to me that the more creatures he had enslaved up here, the better. So, yeah, I drew a bunch of cages in, and I made them as decorative as could possibly be. There's this little forlorn guy up here. Yeah. So he's got his cat dangly attached to his chair. I also, you know, I'm not going to point that out. I love that he's got Google up in the background. And I also I have this idea that maybe the whole of his operation it's all controlled by this little on-off switch here on his power supply to the whole thing. And that's why it's so close to his toe. And that's, you know, the mouse has to run in there. And that's the whole thing. We can shut him down if we can just get to his power switch. And the whole thing that I think maybe that the cat is plotting he's plotting an end of the world's shoes. Because one should go barefoot. He doesn't like things on people's feet. But, you know, hey, if that's your groove, that's cool. But you can't impose that groove on all of us because some of us are so cool, we wear orange and white saddle Oxfords. But not, you know, not this guy. Not Blacktail Super Secret Spy Mouse. Anyway. So that's just some random ideas I had while I was making the art. Yeah. You're watching Paint by Monster, everybody. Now, as you know, yesterday we were talking about what does abstract art even mean? What does that mean? We're not talking about that again today. I've been thinking about drawing a crying robot. I want a robot sitting there. Think about this. Oh, first of all, let's talk about this before we talk about the crying robot. Why master something? Think about the concept of mastering something. To master doodling or to master inking with a brush or to master some little technique. And what does mastering it mean? Do you have a concept of mastery? On the path of mastery, it's easy to get distracted by fill in the blank. Lots of stuff. Also today I want to talk to you about line weight. Here's my idea. I want to draw a crying robot, okay? And here's the simplest one I could think of. If I was drawing a Pictionary drawing and someone said, the card said crying robot, that I think is the picture that I would first have in mind because it's so obviously that old Lost in Space style robot. But I like the gesture, the position of him bending forward like this. This line, the bent forwardness of the line of this robot, it sells the idea of if I draw him here like this, just like this, but bending him up like this and bending his little his little glass part over, and all of this drawing under glass here is really funny. But if I make, we'll give him little hooks instead of hands, really, and some of that dryer vent tubing for arms. And if you make him like this, but if you bend him just like this, maybe he can have one of these whirly gig things out here just whizzing around. I think maybe he needs some teardrops. But I love the idea that a robot would be programmed to cry. And I thought, well, maybe. You could buy a robot, a surrogate emotional robot. Are you having problems these days with your emotions overwhelming your ability to get things done? Then maybe you need a surrogate grief robot. You could just put all of the ways you feel into the robot, and the robot will feel all of those feelings. And that way you can get things done and go back to eating ketchup and those other things that you do to calm you down. But the robot, if you need a grief surrogate robot, that might be for you. Maybe that's not what's going on. I don't know. But I like the idea of a robot sitting out in the middle of the woods, and he has to be sitting underneath a willow tree because, willows are about crying. So I have a blank piece of paper here. So let's nah, I'm not going to draw anything down. Let's just do this. Boom. There it is. All right. A crying robot. So, first of all, yeah, all right. Let's. Should he have this? Is it this kind of a robot here, with the sort of a sweeper component for feet, or is it this kind? Do we give him legs? How human is this thing? I think maybe human legs is good on this first trial run of crying robot. Thank you, Stagehand. So this, I think I'm going to start with his hands up here. Matter of fact, can I have that close shot, please? Anytime you can do that. Oh, wait a minute. Gosh, that was a wrong move. Because I want to talk about line weight today, and the robot I want to do in a static line weight, boys and girls. Static, what does that mean? Well, a Sharpie marker or a pen or something like that has one constant line weight. The weight of the line. How thick is the line? That's all line weight means. It's how thick is the line. So for a robot, because it's a machine, I thought it would be really fun to put all of its lines in as a static line. I've already blown it because of that one line, but that's okay. Yeah, all right. So, like this, he's got that dryer vent sort of arms. They have to go somewhere. Right. Like that. Oh, I should have made that. I shouldn't have done that. That's all right. I'm going to make some mistakes here, boys and girls. So, he's got this claw up here. How you doing today? What are you doing today? Charlotte's drawing. That's good. Oh, hey, boys and girls. There's also, today is sort of an important milestone to me here on the Paint by Monster show. Because today, May 28th, today is my 40th time in a row going live with you. 40 times. I mean, 6 days a week, but 40 times. But who's counting? I'm counting. That's who's counting. Boom. Yeah, I like that. That's nice, too. You run into it here, and I think maybe we'll just give him some of this. That'll give him an indication of something going on back there. Yeah, that's good. Programmed for sadness. That's right, Jeremy Trammell. Jeremy Trammell's comment is he's programmed for sadness. Yeah, that's right. Which is, I think that's the joke right there is, all right, do I make the outside of the robots? Yeah, it sells the bigness of him if I do this, and then we have to do this though, because, all right, that'll work. Now, this up here, and if his head is straight up and down, that's one thing. But if you bend his head a little bit inward toward his clippers, it's as if he has his head down. So that's how I'm going to try to do this. Yeah, and some of this here he can have. By the way, second shout out to Mark Brownfield for this excellent music. Yeah, all right. That's fun. All right, here's our robot. Jeremy Trammell has just said, tier indicator system and tier projecting system need to be considered as sub-assemblies. Yeah, that's right. I'm really wishing that I had give him some sort of a clipper feet, but that's all right. We'll still do this. That's nice. And some of these, I think. Those NASA boys are not completely cruel. They give him some kind of a some kind of a system of gripping the earth when they programmed him to hurt. Scotty Schreier says he's going to need the executive rust proofing system. That's right. That's right. I've been thinking about, there are all kinds of joke reasons I could think of why somebody might cry, but you know. What if he was betrayed by another robot? Yeah, it's going to need that later on. Right, some of this here, some grass back here. That's not bad. Yeah, all right. Oh, that he cries. Jeremy Trammell's suggestion is he's programmed to cry when he's experiencing a defect. Oh, that's interesting. What if crying is a defect? It's not, but in a robot it could be. That's interesting and awful, just awful. Now I want this to be a big weeping willow back here. So I'm gonna give it some grass on the ground like this. But this other root, this whole other root is gonna come up like this, like this. Yeah, and this thing over here is going to go bending like that. We'll give it this, because that's nice. And now, I want some of these back here. You're watching Paint by Monster, a little art show where I draw cartoons and talk to you about art mostly. I don't think there's anybody who's in the room right now who's here for the first time, but if you are, welcome. Glad you're with me. May 28th, 2000. 20. Just some little indications here. Now, it'll work if some of these are black. Just all the way black, okay? I think. We'll see. I don't know. But there should be some dark in here. Some. It'll bring these lighter ones forward. I think it will. We'll see. I'm really wishing now that I had put his feet in the water, but that's all right. It's a rainy day here in Muncie, Indiana, where I live, which is nice for the garden. But rain always sort of makes me think about crying. You spend time crying with yourself? I have this theory about comedy, that comedy and grief. I love the therapist robot. I had that idea of a therapist robot. You offload into the robot something. I had this idea that the same place where comedy comes from in somebody is also the place where grief might exist. One time, I saw Dolly Parton on the Johnny Carson show, and she had never met Steve Martin, but she was talking about Steve Martin, and she said, I bet he's somebody who knows grief really well. And Johnny Carson was very surprised by that comment, but, you know, Dolly was connecting humor with grief, and I've heard other comedians do that, and I think there's truth in that, boys and girls. I think. Where else are you going to hear this? But Paint by Monsters. Yeah. That's nice. I like that little crying. Now, maybe, all right, if I make I'm not making all of that black. I would maybe like a sweep of dark coming back here behind him. But for now, Eve Cunning says, I found out this morning that an old friend passed away last month. Oh, yeah. Well, I'm so sad to hear this for you, Eve. I'm sorry the loss of your friend. Boys and girls, of all the things I have experienced in this long, old monster life of mine, my least favorite thing in all the whole wide world and even in outer space is goodbye. My least favorite thing is goodbye. I hate goodbye. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. This audience is not a stupid audience. You know what I mean. Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, oh, no, I gotta bring that. He's gotta be by the river, but I gotta do something. All right, maybe this. Yeah, all right, some of this. Just some beachy pebbles and things like that, little bits of junk. Maybe something bent over by the water, leaves sticking out, I don't know, some kind of flower. We'll fix that when we get there. I don't know what that is. It needs just to fill the space. Jeremy Trammell says, a goodbye beats a bad bye any day of the week. And brother, I am with you. A good goodbye. A good goodbye is worth more than gold in this world, boys and girls. A good goodbye. On your terms. On the other person's terms. Nothing left unsaid. Leave it all out there on the field. All of it. Just leave it out there on the field. A good goodbye. Jeremy Trammell, I'm right there with you. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Boys and girls, I hope you have good goodbyes with everybody that you know and love. I hope for you that you have good goodbyes. Goodbyes, not bad byes. Thanks for bad byes, Jeremy Trammell. Everybody, copyright Jeremy Trammell. Bad byes. Not here. We're not having those here. Yeah. All right, that's...
At Kroger, we always do our very best to make sure we've got you covered. Restocking our shelves with help from one of the country's biggest supply chains, which means every day we're busy getting everything you need, from a fresh batch of berries to basics for your bathroom, so you get what you need when you need it most. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
We're here to help you save on the food and essentials you need. Just buy 5 or more participating sale items, and you'll save $1 each with card. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Capital One knows life doesn't alert you about your credit card.
Hey, Cat Surfers, we got non-stop tips to keep you rocking while you work.
Oh, and Colleen, yes, you Colleen with a K. Your free trial of Movie Plus ends tomorrow, and your card may be charged. Do you want to continue or cancel?
So meet Eno, the Capital One assistant. Eno looks out for surprise charges, like when free trials expire, and helps if you need to fix them. Eno, another way Capital One is watching out for your money when you're not. Capital One, what's in your wallet? Limitations apply.
I had no idea we were going to advertise for Kroger or Capital One today, but I wonder what they're going to do when I send them my bill. I don't know. We'll see. Stay tuned. Yeah, that's right, boys and girls. What would robot crying sound like? Jeremy Trammell says, hey, Brother Easel, as a robot repairman, this episode hits close to home. It's got me contemplating robot doctor. Bro, I can't see the rest of the comment, man. I'm going to have to think about that later. By the way, thanks, everybody, for all the comments. Man, you guys are fantastic. I read these things afterward as I rewatch my own work. You know. Let's see. Let's dial that backward a little bit so we can have maybe a more intimate moment. These are so different than those first Paint by Monster videos that I was making. I like them because these things seem alive to me. They have more life than the videos, and that's really fun and really cool. I mean, I like the videos and all, and especially that like Doo Doo Caca Poo Poo. Doo Doo Caca Poo Poo is going to climb up to 10,000 views, I think, this year, which is so amazing and cool. And because it's its own thing, like it's not referring to anything except for, well, we all know what it's referring to. But regardless, these things here, I am so anxious always to rewatch these because these Paint by Monster visits feel alive to me. And, man, Commander Penny, I just think we're just going to keep flying around the Earth, maybe out into space. I'd like to visit France one day. I'd like to go to the caves of France. I'd like to go to Giverny and visit where Monet painted. I want to go do all that stuff. Scotty Schreier says, so Easel tells us to get off our butts and go make some art. So I had my boys draw me, hence the different fantastic. I can't wait to see it. Well, let's get back to this drawing, and then, boys and girls, I hope you're having as much fun as I am, but I'm just not sure it's possible. I don't think that's possible. I have a monster fun capability, and you just have your own normal capability. But stick around. Don't lose hope or despair. I'm pretty sure I'm among fellow monsters on second thought. Oh, yeah. Yeah. All right, hey. Let's get some, I believe it. There's monsters in the audience. Monsters. Now, I don't know how furry many of you are, and I don't really think that's necessary to know for our relationship to be what it is, but let's do some coloring. here, shall we? Hang on. Let me set this ink up out of the way. We've all seen what ink can do. So, maybe I can slap some fast color down in here. I know I want some... I don't need you anymore. Off you go. There you are. What? You know what? It's sand. Thank you. It's sandpaper. Why is this here? Because I need it sometimes. Sandpaper. Yeah. This is not as fast a color as it would be good to have, but that's okay. Is it rainy where you are today? I saw that yesterday the SpaceX launch was canceled. I saw that. Don't know how important that is necessarily. I don't know. I don't know. What are your thoughts on, do you think that comedy and grief come out of similar places? What do you think about that? When I was a little monster, I used to think that there were things that happened where life was really good, and they were experiences where I was up on top of a mountain peak, and those were really, really great experiences. But also, there were these other things that happened that were these deep valleys of awful things that would happen here. The areas of grief, hardship, difficulty, and triumph and joy. And I used to think that life went back and forth like a wave pattern, like this, boom, like this, like this, like this. And now that I'm an older monster, now I know that that's not really how it works. They're both happening at the same time. That your grief and your joy, they don't have to cancel one another out. They can be happening at the same time. That's weird. But I think that's how it is. I think that might be how it is. Anyway. Yeah, all right. Let's see. I want some greenery down here by what I'm thinking of as water. And this can have some green idea in it, and this can be some green idea. This too. You too. You can have some green, and you can be some green, and you can be green. Maybe this is all green, right here. Maybe. Christy says, Charlotte always feels better when she's upset and draws herself crying. Therapy art. I believe that art has always, always, always had the ability to help untangle somebody's insides. Yeah, that's nice as a first pass. That's not horrible. That's okay. Yeah. Yeah, all right. Some of this, sure. As a first idea. You know, be literal with it. Why not? Sure. Actually, because literal's no good. Yeah, that's nicer. Way nicer. I want some blue in it, sort of. Yeah. Smash it down. There you go. That's good. This rock, however, I think this is going to have some gray. Yeah, all right. That's okay. And I think maybe I want this robot to sort of be a rusty sort of, oh, be careful, slow down. Slow down, stupid, slow down. And maybe some of this, yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's nice. Jeremy Trammell says another reason for robot tears is because his components are out of date. Isn't that going to happen to all of us? I know because I know some of your ages who are here with me on the show, boys and girls, that we are the last monsters on the planet that remember life without the internet. And I don't know what it means, but I think it means something. Let's see. Maybe this. Yeah, all right. Sure. Boom. Pow. Chick, boom. Bum, bum. Yeah, okay. Why not? I gotta get some more green in there, dang it. Right here. Yeah, it's has to be carried through. Yeah. All right. Well, I gotta open that back up. That has to have some more light. We'll fix it in post. Yeah, all right. It's okay to slop it down. You're making it up. Yeah. Hey, thanks for joining me, everybody, here on Paint by Monster for May the 28th. This is not quite done yet. And I think maybe I'm going to stay here until we're finished, but I'm rounding the corner. And we've been together now for about 40 minutes. Oh, here's where I shed on this piece. Yep. Mike Darnell says, yep, his check engine light is fixing it. Yeah, that's right. It is so fun and hard not to.
Ashley Home Store's Memorial Day sale is going on now. Get up to 50% off or 0% interest for 6 years. We're also introducing the Ashley Cares Relief Program, featuring 3-month payment assistance and 60-month special financing is available. Because we believe uncertainty shouldn't keep you from the comfort and love found at home. Learn more at AshleyHomestore.com. Ashley Home Store. This is home. See AshleyHomestore.com for details.
How would they've programmed this robot to deal with grief by crying, connecting to, Oh, Christy D'Souza says we need some yippee dog on here. Well, let me see, can I accommodate that? I have to go find, Christy, tomorrow morning, yippee dog. All right, we'll start with some yippee dog. How's that? How's that? That one is a little bit difficult for me to accomplish right now in the heart of this moment. I think maybe this ought to be red too. That's nice. Yeah, I like that. Yippee dog service tomorrow morning. Yeah, that's good. Also, this has to be, yeah, that's better too. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Good, oh good. No worries. I don't think I want this flower back here red, not really. There can be a ping somewhere that can have its ping of red, but no more. I don't overdo it, stupid. You know, maybe some flecks here, just cause it evens, it gives some, that's not bad. That's not bad. It helps the scene hold together if you'll find where some of those other little places can be, but don't overdo it. Man, you can overdo it so fast. And by you, I mean me. I can overdo it so fast. Thank you, Mark Brownfield, for this really cool music today, this rainy May 28th. Thinking about grief here on Paint by Monster today, actually. Yeah, the antenna on the top should be red, yeah. Sorry. I got some blue going on here, but I didn't really mean it. Not really. It can be shadow in the back, that's all right. Where'd this go? Yeah, here we go. In fact, maybe a nice red. Maybe the nicest I've got, which I think is this. All right, that little thing right there. Here we go. Bing. Yep, that's nice. That's nice. Okay, I think maybe some yellow on this flower over here, or I think I'd like something in the neighborhood of a black-eyed Susan. Of course I know what a black-eyed Susan is. Who do you think gave her the black eye? That's why she was crying. Yeah, all right. And of course, some of this here. Well, that, I don't know that did anything good for it, really. It's gonna need some yellow gouache, I think, in there as some help. But what is this? Oh, this is still blue. Well, okay. How about this? And how about this? Yeah, all right. That's not bad. Blue too. Too much. Speaking of too much. Yeah, that's better. Okay. And just one little blue dot out there, just hanging out by itself. And I think all of this down here, really, okay, it's going to have to be a darkened yellow, which means, well, it means something. Oh gosh, I never thought about it going green on me, but it's gonna. Okay. Well, it really, since this part here is yellow, the shadow of this really ought to be in the purple family, really, if I can get to that, but not too much. You could overdo this part here really, really easy. So, I want to lighten this up, and here, let's try this. Yeah. Yeah, that's not bad. Okay. He's going to have some of this here too, because we got to sell that whole thing. Yeah, all right. It needs to be thinner. Okay. And this down here needs some darkening down too. So I'm going here for that. I'm going to darken the underside of these legs here, boys and girls. And then, yeah, that's good. That's pretty good. That's going to need some right there too. Yeah. And down here, there's some of that there. There's some of that right there. Yeah. 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 That's pretty good. Oh gosh, it should be raining. Yeah. Well, how would you program someone to deal with grief if it was up to you? I believe there are ways that you can grieve well, and I believe there are ways that you can grieve yourself into bitterness and awfulness. I believe there's two different approaches here, and probably there's more approaches than that. Probably, maybe in some way, there's as many approaches as there are people. Maybe. Maybe. Charlotte says, I'm trying to draw something, but my mind just doesn't want to cooperate with me. Yeah, yeah. Well, it's okay not to listen to your mind and just to listen to your hand once in a while. It's okay, Charlotte. I've seen your work, sweetheart. You got the chops. You're gonna make it. That's right. What do you think, Commander Penny? Robot crying. Yeah. Yeah. There he is. Anyway. Boys and girls, let's run the closing song, and for today, that's going to be our episode, May the 28th, our 40th little visit together since I started going live on April 15th. I think about these things. I count stuff. That's part of my weird monster nature. I count things, boys and girls. It all counts. Even the blackness, when that happens. Yep. Sitting in a tiny upstairs bedroom studio smack downtown in Muncie, Indiana. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. Go make some art, and I will catch you on the flippity flops tomorrow at 11 o'clock, boys and girls. Paint by Monster. Hey, go tell everybody. It's happening, man. See you later. Bye. I love all of you. Thanks for showing up. Thanks for all of your comments. Thank you, D'Souza household. Thank you, Lakes household. Thank you, Scotty Schreier. Thank you, Andrew Eason. Thank you to everybody who's here in the room. I love all of you, too. See you tomorrow. Bye. Bye. Shut up and go home now. Bye.